Kaymer,
but that is the wash itself does not.
Move here, please.
Rules official explaining to him that you're going to have to take a drop because you're not going to get relief from this.
He could move the pine needles, but if he tried to move the pine needles and the ball moved, that would have been a penalty. But he took an unplayable, played a really nice shot back into the fairway. The thing that I was so impressed with, he didn't lose his composure at all during this period of time. He actually joked with the gallery a couple of times. Then he made a great bogey. He knocked it up on the green, and made about a 15-footer, which was just huge. That kept him at 2 over par early in the round. And at the 5th, they moved the tee up, played a much shorter par 5. He hit not a terrible drive, but in the left-hand junk. From there, he knocks it up there, ends up knocking that short putt in for eagle, and all of a sudden he's right back to even par with a whole bunch of weird things happening. But then it gets a little bit weirder at the par 3 6th.
Yeah, it would have taken great insight to know that he wouldn't putt this ball well, because who would have thought that? And off the green it goes. He hammers this putt after he was playing alongside Brendan Todd, who putted it short.
But that's it. That is what happens at Pinehurst number 2. All these holes were cut about a yard from the edge of these ridges, and if you went a little bit too hard, it'd go long. If you hit a little bit too short, it'd actually roll back to you. Difficult hole locations on Saturday.
Drops to 9 under. He had putted the ball beautifully from this distance. This was when we started to see a bit of a wobble as he misses a par putt on 15, but then a beautiful approach on 18. This was a putt that was in a difficult place because if he didn't hit it with the right pace, it peeled off hard at the end with the left, but he hammers it in.
You know, we talk about that was only one shot. That was a huge one-shot difference, finishing that way.
I'll let you tell me why in a minute. Rickie Fowler had himself a beautiful day. Had a great Saturday last year in the U.S. Open, and he was locked in. If he putted a little bit better earlier this week, boy, he'd be even closer. Makes birdie here. 3 under par, 67 for Fowler. And if you don't know the story of Eric Compton, he's survived multiple heart transplants. This guy's been playing some pretty good golf this year. And here, an eagle on 5 part of a 67 for him.
Yeah, really, 2 great 67s on a day that the golf course played much more difficult than the first 2 days. Those 67s might have been equal to the 65s Kaymer played either Thursday or Friday.
Interesting. So 67 equal to 65 today in Andy's estimation here. Phil Mickelson, it's not going to be his week, but he had himself a nice shot there on the short par for 7th. He's 5 over par for the championship.